guys, it's Carlos Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. And today we're doing a video about a request of which I've had from, believe it or not, a trainer. It says, "Hi Carlos, I know you've been a trainer for a long time. Can you help me with this particular one?" Basically, I've got a lot of people that lose motivation, that lose the focus. How do you deal with that? Now, that is one of the subjects of which I have talked about a lot of times, and I always say to you guys, being a trainer is not just being a trainer. Obviously, as you guys probably know, I'm also a qualified psychologist as well as an NLP coach, and I study every day about human behavior. I love to learn, I read books, I do research. To today, I have read over 1,800 books in the area of physical development, personal training, psychology, anatomy, physiology, coaching, personal development, you name it. I've read a lot. However, believe it or not, I still don't know a lot because I still have the hunger to learn more and more every day. So that particular question you're asking me is actually something that a lot of us ask ourselves, and kind of like tend to be stuck a lot of times, because human behavior is something that still psychiatrists still struggle sometimes to understand. But anyway, I'm gonna give you my side in terms of what I've learned through my experience and what I think and what I know. When I don't just think, I know that works in order to help people motivate themselves. Now, one of the things that we find with motivation is a lot of people have a lack of understanding of EQ. Now, EQ is actually the actual structure of emotional intelligence. A lot of people can be very, very clever. That has nothing to do with how emotional intelligence they are. Now, this is what it kind of links into how emotional obviously has a knock-on effect and how people motivate themselves. Now, let me explain something. So some people are training, and then their goal or their vision is to achieve a particular goal, of which most people have a goal. Obviously, when they start, there's a reason why they started. So the goal is what makes them to obviously start initiating whatever they want to do. However, the big however is how they keep the momentum going. And you probably hear me saying sometimes, and it's almost like a slogan of mine, of which I say keep the momentum going, because anyone can get enthusiastic about anything. Let's say if I'm here with people, 10, 15 people, and we say let's climb a tree, anyone can get very enthusiastic and just climb a tree for 10, 15 seconds, 10 minutes, 2 hours, okay? Now, would they climb the tree every single day? No, because it takes a lot of, why would I do that? The initiation of actually to do that. Why am I doing that? How am I going to do that? Who am I going to do that with? And it comes to a point, if it's not really something you are really enthusiastic about, it kind of like you run out of energy and you run out of enthusiasm to do it. So hence the reason why sometimes it takes a long sort of period of time for people to even get going. Now, let me go back to what I actually meant earlier in terms of EQ and IQ. Obviously, IQ used to be a kind of an old way, and still is sometimes, a old way of actually measuring someone's intelligence. However, EQ is almost like the new era of how emotional intelligent someone is. Now, what happens is, in nowadays, because we are stressed out about all sorts of things, we go to work, we get stressed, we go home, we get stressed, we are with family, we can get stressed, we are with friends, we can get stressed. So there's that many sort of factors of which happens to our lives, of which can have a knock-on effect on how we then behave in society and behave in with our peers, behave at home, behave at work. There's so many environments of which can actually select us to be in a particular mood, of which has a knock-on effect on how people then get motivated. So my biggest thing for you, and my biggest sort of advice for you, is actually understand human behavior. Now, if you start understanding human behavior, then you start understanding patterns. However, we all say, are we all the same? And some people say, in kind of like sort of disagree, that we're all different. However, I think both of them are right, because I don't think we're all the same, and I don't think we're all different. I think there's a bit of a cross sort of message there, And what I mean by that, I think we're all human beings here for a purpose. However, a lot of us get motivated slightly different than others, and a lot of us go through a different path. Not all of us have the same path, and no one can say, oh, I think that person's wrong because they should have done that or should have done this. But that's your opinion. You're not in his shoes or her shoes, so you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know her feelings, you don't know her emotions, you don't know what actually gets her going every single morning, or gets him going every single morning or every single night, so you don't know. So a lot of us, we're very quick to kind of like sometimes analyze people, but we don't know what these people are going through. So hence the reason why one of the biggest things I do and I advise is to understand the person first, okay? Start understanding what makes them tick. Okay, secondly, one of the things I would say that really needs to be accountable for is understanding goals, okay, and understanding how to measure goals. Now, a lot of us coaches, trainers forget that once we don't understand the goal ourselves, the person's not going to understand their goals. So we've got to listen and understand specifically, which is vital in order for you to actually motivate someone. Is vital to understand what gets that person going. I'll give you an example. A lot of times, obviously, we are surrounded by people, and you probably actually come across a lot of the times trainers, coaches, people that say things that are not in the if you like, they're not words that we in fitness professionals here. Some people say, oh, for instance, I want to get rid of my flabs. My flabs, where are the flabs? Yeah, I understand flabs, but where is it? Oh, here at the back of my arms. Obviously, we all know it's the tricep branchia. However, no one's going to come in that never been in the gym before. Well, that's the tricep branchia. Yeah, over there, right, and the insertions in and the attachments there. They're not going to tell you that. But what they're actually going to tell you, they're going to tell you, oh, when I'm sitting down with friends and maybe my arms kind of flap around, all of a sudden, right, okay, so that's what they mean. I'm just giving you an example. So we've got to understand that's what that particular person needs. You may find someone say, oh, I'll come to you and I need to lose my cellulite. That's what they mean. They don't want to know whether they bench 3 plates or whether they want to do squat rack with 5 or 6 plates on his side. That doesn't mean nothing to them. It's what they actually want, okay? Now, a lot of us out there make a mistake that every single person that goes to the gym should have the goal that you as a person wants. It's completely wrong. You know what I mean? Like, imagine you go out there and imagine if everyone had the same car, the same clothes, the same house, the same wants, the same needs as you. It'd get bloody boring. So everyone's got a different way. Have you ever looked at a woman sometimes, or a man, and some people say, oh, they're drop dead gorgeous. Some people say, oh, I hate him. Oh, I think he's ugly, or I think she's ugly, or she's pretty. And some say, no, I think she's ugly. We're all different. We all like, there's some things that you like that other people completely hate. So actually understanding what the person wants and needs is one of the most important things that you need in order to motivate. So when you then understand that, and don't take me wrong, I could go on and on and on and on about psychology side of this, but I don't want to bore you too much. So one of the biggest things is understand the person, understand what makes them tick in terms of goals and vision, and then you need to attach a program. What I mean by a program, I mean a micro, macro, meso development, in a very simple words, a 3 to 6 to 12 months plan of which this person's got to achieve that goal. Then you need to attach an emotional trigger that gets that person to get there. Okay, and then what you need to do is to make this person so accountable, and this is where the secret is. And I'm not going to tell you the secret, because that's where the secret is. Spent years and years and years and years understanding. You need to understand the secret, and the secret means understand humans, how humans trigger themselves to make or break. Okay, have you noticed some humans are successful and some humans are unsuccessful because of patterns? So you need to understand patterns structure, and you need to understand how to create patterns and create others and coach others in order to create these patterns successful. Because there's a lot of unsuccessful patterns, but there's also a lot of successful patterns. Is how you are good at coaching, motivating and encouraging and creating patterns, behaviors of which creates these people to actually do what they need to do and to do what you coach them to do in order to achieve what they really want to do. Okay, and that's a bit of a mouthful, but that is the reason why people lose motivation, because there's loads of different factors, because one of the main factors is they lose vision, they lose structure, they lose the anchors in order to get them to where they want to be. So here we are, another video. As you guys know, I come from not just from a education point of view, also from a very sort of experience, hands-on. I've been with training people for nearly 20 years now. I've got a lot of experience in the area of physical development, personal training, coaching, psychology, you name it. I've been there, I've done it, and not just from a personal point of view, is because I've seen it, others do it. So obviously you see when you've got a pattern by yourself, when you've got a pattern of others, when you see it, when you study every single day, you become a bit of an expert in that particular field. So here we are, another video, guys. You know where to find me on Carlos Trainer 10 on Instagram. Also on YouTube channel, which is Carlos Trainer. Make sure you like, subscribe and share our videos. Turn up your notifications so you get these videos every single week. I tend to do a video a day, however we've been really busy, and I do apologize. The channel slowed down in terms of video production because I've been really busy with a lot of other projects, but now we kind of like cruising, so we're going to be doing videos on a daily basis, and these videos come from a very humble place in order to help all of us become our greatest version. So with all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Have a great day. Take care.